A common question I receive from people is, Alex, how long did this take you? How long does it take to release all the stuck emotions and the traumas so that anxiety goes away? Well, it's difficult to give a strict time frame because everyone's journey is different. Personally, I did spend quite a long time laying there with the sensations, and a lot came up and out over many stages. Deep layers came up and out during particular moments or particular healing sessions. Some patterns around specific things took several months to fully dissolve. And I can't claim to be a perfectly healed sage or anything. I'm sure I still have my triggers. But yes, that which was triggering all kinds of panic attacks and anxiety was worked on over several months, even a few years. However, I feel a little apprehensive to say this because I don't want anyone to think that my healing journey and releasing journey is going to be anything like yours. The thing is, it happens in stages, and with each stage, there's a little bit more relief in the body, in the nervous system. Major emotions or traumas can release over a period of minutes or hours. Many things can take several months to move through the system and fully process. A soldier hearing a car backfire might dissolve an acute freeze response in a single session. The subtle shame of "I'm never good enough" from a complex childhood trauma could take 18 months of incremental unwinding. Micro clearings tend to be loud and short. Macro releases can be quieter but deeper. It completely depends on the person and their individual conditioning, i.e. the different sets of things we've all experienced in life, right? Also, I often think one of the points of experiencing challenges in life is that you get to help other people move through them faster, hopefully. And the idea is they can move faster than you because you can tell them about all the mistakes you made, all the things you learn, and show what's much more likely to work based on trial and error. I know that many people feel desperate to get out of this because sometimes it's so uncomfortable. And it is relatively uncomfortable. I've experienced a lot of it in the past, so I know. But the truth is, fear and anxiety comes and goes in waves. Each time you experience one of those waves with openness, with allowing, with acceptance, with all the qualities of your true nature, a layer of inner contraction softens. And each time a trigger comes in, when you experience it impersonally, with a relaxed presence, it loses its ability to trigger anything. Gradually, layer by layer, the onion layers are peeling back and everything around you is shifting. The truth is, we wouldn't want it all at once anyway, would we? So much of this bound up emotional energy has been fueling personality and behavior patterns for many years. If all the emotion came up and out all at once, it would be too big of a shift at once. Life is stages of discovery, contraction, release, and gradual relaxing, spiraling down into being. So it's really the work of a lifetime. For everyone else before us, it's been lifetimes. So I guess we have to count ourselves lucky, right? Perhaps you're the one that's finally breaking the generational trauma. The good news is, whilst releasing emotions and allowing the nervous system to calm down can take time, there is a timeless, immediate, and ever-present aspect to this. The ground of being is always still and stable. This awareness that you already are is always inherently free of all emotional and mental states. It transcends them as the space around them. The key is to see that within you, which is not bothered by how long the healing and releasing journey takes or how uncomfortable the emotions within you are. For there is a formless part of you that's really all of you, that's untouched by all the form and untouched by any thoughts or sensations constituting any emotion, however intense. be this preferenceless awareness in the face of all emotions. That's the great paradox here. The less you identify with a separate you that needs your full healing and release now, the faster it will accelerate. So it's about resting as our true nature, the awareness, and watching all the aspects, all the emotions rise and fall, appear and disappear and dissolve into awareness, all without a single trace or stain, and you see that. The thing is, releasing deep emotions is like releasing deeply embedded programs, conditioned energy patterns we could call aspects. As this world comes into us, we pick up our lot of these aspects. Their release is a gradual return to simply being, this unconditional consciousness embodied in human form. That's the embodiment journey of a lifetime. The question is, how deep can you go on the journey of becoming an ever brighter beacon of emotional regulation, compassion, and love? It's potentially limitless, right? But it's all just unfolding, and all this becoming is embraced in being. It's in this being that we see we are already what we seek. The beingness that transcends all emotional states and the whole lifetime of the healing and releasing journey. This is what we essentially are. It's like there may be a journey within a dream, a journey that arises and arrives at a central resolution, but it was always you, the dreaming consciousness, to begin with. Major shifts can happen in days, weeks, or months. Like, you wouldn't want a whole huge bowl of ice cream all at once. You'd be sick. It's best to experience the fruits of healing and releasing in stages too. Life on the pathless path is like a gradual unwinding and relaxing. But of course, there's always going to be those things that might make you jump. The difference is it gets less sticky and sticky. Your body is less and less on constant high alert. The chronic sympathetic nervous system activation, the fight, flight, freeze response starts to quieten down, and that parasympathetic nervous system rest response starts to tone up. Muscles relax, postures are corrected, and areas of the body that were braced and contracted start to open up, and sometimes we intelligently cooperate with the process, whether that's through breath work, yoga, or other physical manipulations. So this unwinding, unfolding is happening on many levels. If we have a dull grey frame to our healing, releasing journey, it always seems arduous and it'll always suck. We need to see it through the lenses of truth. We can enjoy the process. Yes, sometimes it's extremely painful, extremely moving when we feel a deep grief or trauma is moving through. But once again, we have to remember this self with a capital S that we are is imperturbable. It is untainted and timeless before and beyond the most painful story. So in a way, we could say we need not concern ourselves with how long will it take when we see that within us which is preferenceless and untouched by any fear or emotion. The question, how long does it take, can often have layered in a subtle resistance. We may feel so fed up with what we've been experiencing, we just want to get it over and done with now. But the resistance to the feelings holds them in place. When we're disallowing space, we see that what we essentially are is eternally safe and free. We open to the flow, including the flow with the healing and releasing journey and all the expansion that comes with it. Peace.